And we're live. Hello, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for coming, joining me, my co host, TN Aqua, Robert, and ADHD Aquatics is our special guest tonight.
Hey guys.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
There we
And
go.
I'll
All
go
right, I
through.
just pulled up the video. I can see the chat now.
All right. Then I'll go ahead and do the hellos today. Jimmy P was the first one here. Canisteo Valley Sickwoods, Master Aquatics. Jamie Hoffman says, My fiance made me come. That's funny. Scott's Aquatics, Glitch, Sandy Farrell, Lady Metalhead, Jennifer Weaver, Ray's Aquatics, ADHD in the chat, Bruiser CB, what's up? I Ain't Stupid People, Crown Tail Half Moon, Uncle Bubba, DeFreeze Aquariums, Ben Backstrom, Jenny Lynn, Planet Tanks. I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight to sit here and watch. I miss somebody. Paul McCartney, Dragon Lair, they just keep coming in. Snoochie Boochie. That's funny. I like that one.
Liquid Zoo. You don't have to say sorry. That was my fault.
Hey, Matt, and everyone in chat. Hope y'all are having a fantastic evening.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. Hi, Chevy Fish. A bunch of people.
Did I miss one?
Thank you, Monster Fish Gal, sharing my link.
Oh. Hello, Jess and Annette. Craig Broderick. I'm sure I probably missed somebody. And we got Peplin. Oh, she dropped from her mom's house.
Did you get Mississippi Hippie and Master Aquatics, Eduardo?
Mm-mm.
Well, hello, Miss Sherry and Eduardo. Hello and welcome.
So there's Nola from Nola's Dolls and Aquatics. So, Lemel, how many tanks do you have set up running with water in it?
Okay, are we counting the tubs that the betta fish are in?
Yes. You talking about the little ones?
Yeah.
Oh man, you just set that up too.
There's 61 in here. Well, 2 of them don't have water, so we'll say 59. And then the 150, and then the 75, and then the 10-gallon that I'm trying to breed the amount of shrimp in. So what's that, 63?
Yeah.
And then
wow.
I don't know how many bettas have. At least 20, but probably not more than 50.
Wow.
So out of all of the bettas that you have, what species would be your um, favorite? You know, as far as like a crown tail or Paka or domestic or wild.
I really like my Betta and Bellis, my wild type here, but I don't have much experience with those. As far as like the fancy ones go, I like anything that's real flappy. So like elephant ear, like half moon, anything that has like real long fins. I like those the best.
Yeah,
solid colors. I don't really like the koi, like the mix match patchwork looking ones. I like solid colors mostly.
Do you have quite a few breeding projects you're doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and breed some betta fish. I have some yellow and black betta fish. I really want to breed them and like market them as like bumblebee bettas. I think that would do well in my area. I haven't really seen a lot of yellow betta fish like at PetSmart and Petco and stuff.
Come to think of it, I think I'm gonna agree with you on that. I've hardly seen any at the Petco I go to.
Yeah. Not even a lot of the breeders in Thailand and Indonesia and stuff have like yellow ones, because I've been messaging them, asking them for yellow ones. I finally got a pair, yellow and black.
Yeah.
So like, do you mess with those? I think they're called giant bettas.
Yeah, I have one giant betta. I don't know how I'm gonna breed it though. He's kind of aggressive. I couldn't even keep him with mollies. Most of my other betta fish do good, like with the platies and the guppies. Like I have a long fin betta in there with a bunch of antlers. So there's usually a betta fish in each tank, but my king betta was like killing the mollies. So I don't know how I'm gonna breed him.
I'm saying about the mustard color. Yeah, I have seen those, but I don't think they're kind of a darker yellow.
The mustard ones, aren't they like black body and like yellow fins with like a black line around the outside? I don't know what they really look like. I like those, but
oh, okay. The ones I found are the bodies are blue, head's black, and the finnage is yellow with some blue tips on it.
okay, yeah, so the blue and yellow, okay. Yeah, see, I think I've seen this before. I don't have one like that though.
Hello, Susan.
And she said
Jess,
she was working.
yeah, she's probably busy. And Jess said she has a solid gold crown tail. Cool.
That's cool.
They're
I have
out.
a crown tail that's like black and yellow and red, and it reminds me of the Maryland flag, which is where I'm from. So I don't know if I should breed that and then call that like Baltimore Betta. No one would get it though, because out here in Utah, nobody knows like our flag colors.
No. Our Wet Sox came in also. And you had Benoski.
Yeah, a lot of people here.
Yeah, I got most of the regulars. Wow, we got 50 actually. I'm not used to that. Thank you. But do you have any besides like betas, any other fish that you would like to breed to make a project out of it?
Yeah, I really want to. I've never spawned any type of like egg scattering fish at all, because before I set up the fish room, I just had like a bunch of live bears in the 75. So I want to try neon tetras, celestial pearl danios. I got a pair of Bozeman eye rainbow fish over there. I think I'm watching them right now. I think they're getting ready to try and spawn on this mop. But any type of fish like that, like Cory cats, I'm really excited for the corridors, especially the pygmy corridors. Those are super, super cute.
Hello, Cassie B. Hello, Petro Man, My Fish Tanks Aquatics, if I didn't say hi. Yeah, I got the pygmy cories too. I haven't tried yet to breed them. I need to move them into a better tank, I think. Get some moss and stuff in there and let them go at it.
I have a feeling that they're doing it in my 75, but the pygmy sunfish I have in there are probably eating the eggs, or the giant pleco. I have to move that big pleco out of there and put him in the monster tank. I keep forgetting.
You know, Skipper, like if you give me like I don't know, like 2 weeks or so, you know, so I can get everything together. What I've got a bunch of I believe it's pilo moss, you know, that I just got sitting over here in the tank that I'm not using that I can send to you, buddy.
Yeah, I could use it, but right now I don't know if I don't have a place to put it yet. I got to get this stuff set up on this rack and get stuff moved downstairs and see what the heck I got going on first.
I fully understand that. Cassie B, hello.
Seems like the projects never end.
No, doesn't. Definitely doesn't. Hello, RB.
So like, do you happen to like sell the stuff that you um get to spawn out, or or like,
Oh,
do you just put it on like a website or anything, or just take it to a swap?
with any luck, hopefully I can start selling fish. But I just started setting up this fish room in like August, September, and I just stocked it. So like all the fish I got are new. Like I've only had them for a few weeks. Like I think a couple of my guppies and platies and mollies dropped fry. Like I have 2 swordtail fry over there and like 3 guppy fry over here. I haven't really started like seriously breeding them, like pulling the females out and putting them in like a breeder trap and like trying to maximize like the breeding, because I'm still trying to get like my auto water change system set up, and I still need to get lights and everything. But I plan on trying to sell locally, like on KSL and Craigslist. And then I do want to practice shipping some fish, but I know with like the bags and the heat packs or the ice packs and the coolers and stuff, it can end up being not as profitable as you would hope. But maybe if I can start producing enough fish, it could start to make sense analytically to ship fish. But I do want to start doing all of that.
Now,
I never been to a swap before, a fish swap meet thing.
really?
Yeah, I tried to go to one. My fishy friend Wayne told me about like a guppy show. Guppy Guru was there and everything. I think he filmed it live, but I was late. They were like, yeah, so the judging stops at whatever time, and then they're going to start the auction at like 3:30. And it was like 3:40, and I was pulling up, and they were like, oh, well, the show ended early, so they did the auction early. And then everyone was leaving when I pulled up.
Is it something that they do often or no?
It probably is, but I'm not like super connected yet. So I know there's a Salt Lake aquarium club, and me and one of my other fishy friends are trying to get like a northern, like a Ogden area club going, like a recognized club. And I'm sure that my other fish friends know of some other stuff going around, but I'm not like in the loop with all that stuff yet.
You'll get there. It takes.
Now I don't know if you heard about it, or I don't know that if you heard of it or not, but there is a app. I think it's called Band. That like some people will use to like sell their fish on, and then like you can well, like they will do like club type stuff and everything on it.
I think I downloaded the app and then I signed up for it, and then I think I added a couple people as friends or connections or something, and I haven't checked it. I really have to get back in there and look at it.
If anybody in the chat has questions, just go ahead and put it up there and I'll catch it. Jay Oliver, he uses the Band app. He does pretty well with that. I don't know. I mean, you can always get gills, but then you got to start shipping. So next thing, the Band app.
That there's one that that just recently got started up. What is the name of that one? It's not get gills or nothing like. It's something similar to it. And of course, you know that when I'm trying to let y'all know about it, I cannot think of the name to save my life. Uh, uh,
I don't know the name of it, but I think I know what you're talking about. There was like another one, not Aquatics,
yeah,
not Get Gills, but someone named it on another live stream I was on before, and I forgot.
yeah. Like I'm pretty sure you know that you know which one I'm talking about. You know, but I just cannot think of the name at all right now. I apologize.
Thank you, Dennis.
Stock my tank. Yep, that's right, Dave. Stock my tank is what it's called.
Yeah. You can check that out. Get that website and look around. It's a pretty good one, actually. We also had Fishimon. Yeah, I missed you a little bit, bud. A little bit. All right, I missed you a lot. But Punchy Paints is here also. Griffin is back.
It's about time. Which I'm happy to see him back.
Then Terry wants to know how the concrete business is going.
Terry, I can't say that on this stream now, buddy. You know better than that.
Yeah.
But Terry, let's just say that it's going really good, buddy.
Glitch Aquatics wants to know, did you do a water test on your newly built beta prototype yet?
Do you guys want to see it?
You could show
Yes.
me. Yeah.
Yes, please.
I was waiting for that. I was wondering if you guys would remember. Finn Wiggles asked, what's the difference between full moon and half moon? And I thought full moon was like where it goes further than like a D shape. And then half moon, I don't know, actually. You have to ask Crown Tail Half Moon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I did fill it up with water. And it's been more than 24 hours. This is the prototype. And it looks like it's holding water to me. I have it here right. Oh, wow, Banks, you came down from the ceiling. I have it right here by the drain just in case, and the concrete's been dry. The only thing that I'm in the middle of doing laundry right now, so don't mind any of that. The only thing that leaked was this divider. I didn't put enough cement like right there, so it started coming through underneath, but it's not a big enough gap that Fry would get through. So the cool thing about this is now that I have a prototype, I can bring this to Professional Plastics and say, hey, cut me all of these pieces. And then I can see how much it's going to cost me to have them assemble it for me, or I can just assemble it myself. But like my cuts were not very accurate because I just did it by hand with a circular saw. I mean, I got it flush enough to where it'll hold water, which is really hard to do with acrylic. If you've ever welded acrylic before, but this isn't flush. Like there's a lip right here.
Yeah.
Well, I got to say, from the looks of it, you did a fantastic job.
Thank you. It was a little frustrating. I mean, and I cut it as straight as I could with my clamps and my straight edge and the circular saw over there, but you know, you have one minor little deviation, and then if it's not basically direct contact, it won't weld right. So it has to be perfect.
Yeah, it would probably get frustrating. And they probably got all kinds of, like machines and stuff like that they can do it with.
Oh yeah, a CNC machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a router. Me and my husband are a little bit into woodworking, so we were watching a bunch of videos about like how to make a little DIY router CNC machine thing. Because apparently you can just like set one up like DIY, but we never got around to it. We still need to get a router table. ADHD has better power tools than Jason. Well, the Milwaukee circular saw is my husband's. I have a Ryobi circular saw that I bought one day when I was not near my husband's tools. That's mostly my husband's tools. I only have like a drill. I have like 2 drills and like some palm sanders, and then the rest is all his.
Well, you do live under the same house, so it's both of yous.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, hello, Kenny. Thank you for coming.
But Terry, I got to do this, buddy. But to be fair, that's like a little inside joke there.
Yeah. Crown Tail Half Moon says Half Moon Bettas has long fin with tail being 180 degrees when fully flared. Hence, half moon. Full moon is the same tail span, but it's double tail tight, and the tail is split. Okay.
Okay. Cool. So, if I showed a betta fish, would you guys be able to tell me what kind it is? Because I don't know what this one's called right here.
Well, I hope you ain't talking to me.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about it. Then that'd be, but all the people who knows Bettas. Oh wow.
He's not flared up, and I know it's not a double tail or a crown tail, but once they start looking like the full tails, I don't know the names.
Now I don't know if you know who she is or not, but like since you like Bettas, whatever, there is somebody who is named Big City Bettas.
Oh yeah.
And like she is like the queen of Bettas. I mean, like she knows every genus. She's did it. I mean, it don't matter what it is. She's done it when it comes to Bettas. But I highly recommend you trying to contact her or like watch her channel or something. Like she's super good about when it comes to that.
Yeah, I think I've seen a bunch of her videos. I know I subscribed to her, and I think I got her on Instagram too. I think I almost bought some betta fish from her when she was moving or something. Alexander Williamson mentioned something.
Yeah.
I think it was her that he was talking about. I almost bought some, but yeah, I really like the fish that she keeps too.
Amber is that's her name, but
Amber, yeah,
but she's. I mean, I have yet to see anyone who can basically tell you anything that you want to know when it comes to Bettas. She's super smart. Like with the breeding and everything. I mean, you can just go to her to basically anything.
Yeah, she's like the betta expert.
Hey, BJ, and welcome.
Yeah, hi, BJ Palmer.
Kenny E, what's going on, buddy?
Cassie B, we answered this question at the beginning. You might not have been here. What did we say? 63?
Yeah, there's 61 tanks in the fish room. 2 of them don't have water right now. And then I have the 75 and the 150. So, and then 1 10-gallon breeder project. For the sizes in the fish room, it ranges from 5-gallon, 10-gallon, 20 high, 20 long, and 40 breeders. And I have one, I think it's a 29-gallon. It looks like a 20 high, but it's longer and a little bit taller. It's like a 30 something.
It's 29.
Yeah. I got blue Acaras in it right now. It's like directly behind the camera. That's the only weird shaped one. Everything else is a 5, 10, 20, or 40.
A lot of them, like whenever you're trying to show a beta Crown Tail mentioned about putting a mirror with
Yeah,
it for it to flare up.
I can go get a little mirror. Maybe we can do that.
And then Zachary's saying that it'll flare up to a keychain.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll try that. Watch out, Max. Yeah, so we bought this cute little betta fish keychain from Wayne. He's like the betta fish master in my local area. And hopefully I remember exactly where I put it. It should be in this pile of junk.
He helped you, but he don't know where it is neither. No, all right.
It's super cute. Yeah, when I go over to Wayne's house, he pulls out his little keychain like this and he does it. And he gets all his little betta fish to flare. He might not do it. I haven't really trained my betta fish because they'll. Oh, there he goes. A little bit. He kind of flapped at it a little bit. He's not really interested.
One of those beta mirrors and put in there.
Yeah, I gotta get a little mirror like that, huh?
It's good for exercise. Come on, people.
Oh, rosetail betta. Okay. Here's a little female. I think this one might be. I don't know what this one is. It's a female, but
They normally don't pay attention to that.
yeah. Max took my spot.
Do you have any new ideas what you want to do next year with your fish room or anything? Or future, we could say.
I want to put a tower of 5 gallons back in the corners, in these secret little corners where there's like some negative space for like scuds, blackworms, like just live food.
That's
Or like a little shrimp colony or something, but it's a lot of work to plumb it all in after the fact. But I know we're wanting to do a pond here as soon as the winter time's over, as soon as the ground thaws out, a big one.
Well, that'd be good. You gonna get a bunch of koi or something, or?
No, it's gonna be a monster fish pond.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Yeah, the challenge is gonna be figuring out how to keep it warm in the winter.
They make pond heaters that work very well. They're kind of pricey, but they'll work.
Okay, good.
You're definitely going to want to do your research on everything on how you want to set it up, because you get big fish, you get a lot of waste in there.
Yeah, I have a little bit to think about it, but I have that datnoid in the 150. I mean, it's a slow grower, but the Pacu is not a slow grower. So I have like a visualization in my head of how I want everything to go, but it's going to be difficult going forward. I usually have an end idea in my mind and then work backwards from that. And I run into a lot of unforeseen circumstances, which is what my husband's good at helping with, because he has really good executive functioning skills where he can plan from step 1 all the way till the end, where I just see the ending and I'm like, yeah, so we'll just do step 3.
Well, it's good to be able to see the end result first and then work back to it.
Yeah.
Never thought of that.
Pond heaters.
Yeah, that's true.
Like didn't what's his name do that to his ponds? Mike.
I don't know. But where she lives and where we live gets colder way more than down in Florida. That's the mic you're talking about.
Yeah.
See, like where she lives, it could freeze the whole way to the bottom. So,
Yeah.
or you could do what he said. Go nugget pleco. Have Greg
Contact.
Woodstock get involved.
Well, you better get your pocketbook out if you're gonna do that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Golly.
They're so nice.
Yes, they are. I would love to, to have something like that. But
What the hell?
Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. Max is a fishy cat. He likes to fish room.
I've been noticing a lot of people that have cats. They like to get up on top of them, the tanks.
Yeah, Max broke a lid the other day trying to jump from one rack to the other.
uh-oh.
Yeah, I plan on getting acrylic lids made, some pretty thick ones.
Yeah.
I don't know, not quarter inch, maybe like one size smaller, thinner, but I have a similar lid that I got from Life with Pets. And when the cats
Mhm.
walk on that one, it doesn't flex or anything. So I'm thinking about making some of those.
So have you thought about maybe like going to like Home Depot or something like that and buying that greenhouse with that panel stuff and making lids out of that? Because
Yeah,
that might be a little bit cheap.
I've seen a lot of people doing that. I don't like the way it looks, and the cats would fall straight through it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't control the cats. I let them go where they want. So I need to cat proof the fish room basically. But I get wholesale prices on acrylic from my from Professional Plastics because of my LLC, especially if I'm buying in bulk, and they'll cut it for me too.
Oh,
So
nice.
I might spend, I don't know how much one of those sheets are, but I might spend, I don't know, a couple $100 on a couple of sheets from Home Depot and then a few hours cutting it. Or I can just take some measurements and give it to the Professional Plastics and they'll cut it for me and cut the little feeding holes and everything and spend about the same. I might spend like 100 or 200 more because they'll do all the cutting and stuff. And to me, that's worth it because that's like probably 10 hours worth of cutting that I can just not do.
Right. Yeah, sometimes, it's just better just to spend the extra money just so that way you ain't got to mess with it. It just
Yeah.
makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
It looks better too,
Definitely, yeah. I would probably do it, but do it through them myself because I know that if I do it myself, it's not going to look as good, and then it'll bug me.
The it's not that people do they don't cut the lids like poorly. It's just you could get one that's like real big and I feel like too much evaporation will come out. And then the other kind where it looks basically like cardboard, it's like thin corrugated plastic. I can't see through it to see the fish. And I like to look top down. There's 2 rows where I can look top down. And so that would take that away from me. So I just don't like the way that ends up looking.
Crown Tail Half Moon said that it looks like your beta looks like a red dragon rose tail with partial white butterfly band. It should be solid red in the fins with platinum white thick scale body. No color blended, and you should check IBC beta. That must be a website.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. Thank you.
Huh. I just thought of something and I totally forgot it.
Don't you just love when that happens, Skipper?
No, I freaking hate it. It drives me.
It's like, oh yeah, that is right. Oh man.
Every day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to bug me. Have you had to... So how long has that fish room of yours been set up?
October. I don't know. I don't know when. Maybe November is when I put the first. No, my husband would know. But I have a counter on my phone. I put the first fish that came into the fish room, I put it on the calendar, and I have an app that tracks it. But I don't know off the top of my head. Because I started building the 150 in July, and then it was like a few months, and it evolved into I want a fish room. So it's new.
Okay. Have you had to deal with any of the unfortunate battling like a disease or something? Because that just happened to me, and I actually am about to lose all of my thin Corridora Plaudiotises.
Oh no. Now, like, are those the one that you got from
Dan.
Jess?
Dan.
Oh, Dan. Oh no, man.
Well, I've had them for a while.
And I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it sucks.
That is really sad. I have a couple of tanks right now that I just call them cursed because I think they're acting like they have gill flukes, and I've treated them ever since I first put them in here. I think when I had them, either I caught them from a fish that I didn't quarantine, but I got all my fish basically at the same time, so I figured whatever, like they're all separate tanks anyway. Or when I was using the secondary water, when all the tanks were outside, it probably had parasites in it. So they're acting like gill flukes, but I've tried everything and I can't seem to cure I have several tanks right now. Yesterday I changed all the water in the fish room. Every single tank, I brought the water down to like here and gravel backed every single tank. Every single tank gravel backed and took all the water out basically. They all got new water, and I treated every single tank with Prozi Pro. So, we'll see.
Susie Q asked what happened. What happened with my issue was, I said this before, but I ended up getting sick. I had that unfortunate human ick. And so I ended up with 2 tanks that had it, and as soon as I got sick, I got separate stuff for them, so I wouldn't cross-contaminate. And then I got them too. But also in this Corridora tank, there is a Threadfin rainbow fish and 1 tetra, and they're doing fine.
That's weird.
Now, I don't know if it's because the Corridoras are older. They couldn't. I'm using ICX and everything. And
so does it look like ick though?
Yeah, it's ick. It ain't developed.
Are you sure it's not Epi Stylus? Are all the white dots exactly the same size, or are the white dots different sizes? Like, because if they're different sizes, some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller, then it's a different type of protozoan ectoparasite. And it might not, ICX won't work if it's Epi Stylus. I had that with my mollies a couple weeks ago.
If that is what we know what it is, that it's not ick, it's like a different form or whatever. In your opinion, do you have like a certain way of like getting that treated? Do you got like a certain medicine that you used on that?
I did a video on it. I can tell you, so 2 disclaimers. One, I'm not a fish doctor, so I can't confirm whether or not it was Epistylus. All I can tell you is that my 2 treatments of Icex didn't work, and the white bumps were different sizes. And if you Google it, it'll tell you that it's most likely Epistylus. And I can tell you the way I treated it is the way a lot of people in the Facebook groups, they will crucify you if you treat it with heat. But I said, look, this is an experiment. I mean, all the fish they're getting ready to die, and I've already tried Icex, so I'm just going to try heat and salt. So I took all the water out, except for like this much. We'll call it like 90% water change. I filled it up with 90-degree water. Like, I was just at the end of my rope here. I was like, I have 4 mollies, and they're getting ready to die anyway. So I tried that. And so the water temperature ended up being like 87 or something after I put the 90-degree water in, because I had some water left. And then I think I have a heater in there, a 78-degree heater. And then I just put 2 scoops of salt in. So 1 cup of marine salt. I used the marine salt. And then the next day, the white spots were reduced, and the fish were actually like mating with each other and swimming around like normal. You can see it in the video I posted about it. It was these gold mollies right here. But there was one of the mollies was completely covered in it, and I didn't notice because I didn't have a light down here on this rack. And I just thought they were new fish, so that they were just scared, and that's why they were hanging in the back. But I put a flashlight on them and saw that they were like dying, basically. So I was like, oh God. And Icex just didn't make it worse or make it better. But everyone in the Facebook groups say don't use heat to treat Epistylus because it'll kill your fish faster. And I did it, and I'm pretty sure it was Epistylus, and it worked for me. But don't take my advice. I'm not like a doctor.
Yeah, a lot of people that treat it that I've talked to, they use heat and aquarium salt.
Same here. That is my go-to every time.
So,
yeah, because to be honest with you, I hate using that with that stuff that they make for ick or whatever, because it stains every silicone, everything in your tank, and I cannot stand that looks.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Yeah. Well, when I tell people that I gave them a water change with 90-degree water, they're like, are you serious? I'm like, they seemed like they felt better instantly. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I mean, if that's something that you did and then it turned out to be good, then it doesn't matter what people say,
Yeah,
you just got to just keep doing you.
For a long time, they're obviously going to die. The temperature obviously like naturally dropped. They were only at 90 degrees for maybe an hour or so until the water went back to room temp, or 78 degrees, the heater. But they were okay. Not any more stressed out than they were.
Right. What's that say? Aquaflavin, Robert. It's the active ingredient in Icex. Oh, okay.
How you doing, buddy?
Diego, what's going on, buddy? Look, I ain't going to sit here and put on a show for. I have no idea what that is. I just don't know. So, I mean, that's like when somebody says something like that, that's just like speaking in Chinese to me. And yes, I have to go in the Google and see what it is.
All right, Q Aquatics. We'll see you over at your stream. I looked for a link and I couldn't find it. I was going to post it, but never mind. Forgot. Monster Fish Gal's in here. She got it.
I got to say, like, I didn't know really, like that there was like 2 different types of, like with the ick or whatever. Or not 2 different types, but like 2 different like strains of it, or one's ick and one's not.
Yeah,
so
ick is a protozoan ectoparasite, and I think I was reading there's like 15 or 16 different types of protozoan, like different species of protozoan parasite. They all work a little bit differently, but those are the ones that you could possibly see like in freshwater fish, like the more common ones. I just Googled it. It's on like Wikipedia. It lists off a bunch of them. Ick is on there, and then Epicylus, and then there was like a long list of others. So I learned about that. I thought there was just really one to worry about.
Well, there's unfortunately others too.
Well, tells me I'm going to have to start watching more of your live streams and the secret history living in your aquarium. That I might know a lot more than what I do.
I heard that there's like an outbreak of these medication resistant gill flukes in a lot of the fish farms like around the country. It's been going on for like the last year or so, like 2 years. And that might be why I'm having such hard time treating these gill flukes. I'm like this close to taking all the substrate out of the tanks. And if Terry is here, he'll say, I told you so, because I was like, I'm going to do every tank different. They're all going to have these beautiful aquascapes. And Terry was like, you're going to run into more problems than it's worth. And I was like, it's fine. But now that I had these gill flukes, it'll just be way easier to not have to gravel back. So
Yeah.
We'll see what ends up happening.
You know, that I can say, you know, like Terry, he knows a lot. You know, like when it comes to, you know, just like with a fish hobby in general, you know, he knows all different species and stuff. So,
Crowntail says my issue is low temp. So is 78 too low then? Because they came from the store with ick. Like they were brand new mollies, and then once I treated them, they've been fine ever since. Or not ick. They came with the white spots. I don't know if it was ick or not.
Crowntail said at Robert, IckX has
Malifest. I can't say it.
Well, if you can, I'm not even going to attempt it. Green and formalin. You know, I'm going to have to go back in this stream and watch it over so that way I can get all these names written down so I can do some more research on that, because I am learning a lot right now that I didn't even know.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that.
Malachite green?
Yeah.
Formalin?
What you were talking about instead of ick, that other thing.
Yeah. What did I just step on? Oh, I stepped on a sponge. After this stream, I think the video is only like 5 minutes. It was just like, okay, day 1, I'm going to treat them with this hot water. It was like day 2, they look better. And it was like day 3, I told you so. So I have some IckX right here.
Yeah, that's what I've been using.
Same.
Yeah, formaldehyde says contains formaldehyde less than 5%, methanol, malachite green chloride. And then I think I have malachite green too. Yeah, I have malachite green and methylene blue. This is all my medicine. All these bottles are like half empty because I've been buying fish from PetSmart and Petco and stuff, and they all came in sick.
Okay, now like since we're talking about, you know, like all the different medicines, whatever. So like, how long will these like medicines, you know, like will like stay good for? All because, and I just say that all because like I got some, you know, that I've had for like about a year and a couple months now, you know, that I don't even really use, and you know, like I just wanted to know so that way if I know to toss it out and get more, or would it still be good?
It probably depends a lot on how you store it. I know temperature affects like even stuff like ibuprofen and aspirin, like moisture and temperature affects a lot of medications. But some things are like really, really shelf stable. So like this methylene blue, the sticker on it says 11/2023. So I think they might all have different like expiration dates. They should. So like this Marison says expiration date October 2023. But so obviously like if I leave this like with the lid unscrewed and like in direct sunlight or like with a lot of moisture and stuff, it probably, or like in really hot, like if you leave ibuprofen or like vitamins and stuff in your car and it gets hot, they end up like getting denatured and stuff. So you have to store them properly and everything. But I think if something is affected by like an expiration date, it should be listed on there.
Okay. Well, that's going to have me going through my stash of medicines over there, and just to look through it, because like that's the last thing that I want to do is like, something bad happen, I go to use it, and it's just bad medicine, then it just ends up doing a whole lot. It just ends up doing a whole lot more bad than good, So
Yeah. You definitely want to have like your stuff like that you rely on to save you in a time like that. Double check it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But if you once you open it and use it, every time you pick it back up, you should be I would shake it just to make sure,
Mm-hmm.
Chubby Fish says for Mullen, not for Malin. I guess I have an accent, so I'm from Baltimore. I say stuff. I say water instead of water, and I say orange instead of orange. I say on instead of on.
Well, I got you beat. I got a country accent, and it comes with a stutter. So yeah, back at you.
Yeah, and then we want to talk about all these scientific names. It's like I don't even know.
But hey, Bob. But I will go ahead and say, that thank you so much. You have taught me some stuff today that I really didn't know. That just shows me that I really need to do some more research. And please, everyone in chat, if you're not subscribed to her, please go do that and just go over there and show her some love, like when it comes to her channel and videos. But yeah, so if you're not, go do that.
I would really appreciate that. I mean, even if I'm given bad information, I hope at least I'm entertaining. Canisteo Valley Ciclet said to look up hydroplex. It's a dip and the gill flukes will fall off like crazy. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. And I think I said that right. Canisteo.
It's Canisteo.
Canisteo.
About 5
Steven
minutes.
said, I didn't realize that, that he was Southern.
I had no idea.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
We'll have ourselves a fire. A nice bonfire. 5 minutes, we will be having Q Aquatics.
Oh, wow. Time has went by pretty quick.
I know. I feel like I should show you another fish before we hang up. Oh, also, I just put a thermometer in this tank because Crown Tail Half Moon mentioned I had low temperature, so I wanted to actually read the temperature. But this is the tank that had the Epistylus, and once I cured them, I went and got more panda mollies. And my temperature guy says, you guys probably can't see it.
Hell no, we can see that.
It's higher than 75.
I do like that though. That temperature gauge. That is pretty nice.
Thanks. I think I got it when I like adopted a tank from somebody. I can't find these ones in stores. But yeah,
Yes.
I think the temperature is like 78, 77. So I don't know if that would be considered too low. This is on the bottom rack, and I have a preset heater in here. I mean, the mollies seem to be doing okay to me.
That
You gotta
temperature fine for them. I've had them in. I've had mollies in that too, and they did great.
Yeah, look, they're eating the hair algae that's on this thermometer because this thermometer was in another tank a while ago, and that hair algae is all dried up now.
Give them
They're
a little.
eating it. Mollies are pigs. They're little piggies.
Yeah. So before we run over, Zach wants you to show.
Geralt. Yeah, Geralt. I knew it before you even finished the sentence.
You must know him really well.
Well, one day all his tools were stolen, and I was down in the city trying to find his tools, and I saw this guy in the store, and he hadn't been adopted. He had been sitting in that pet store for like 6 months. He'll come and see us in a second. He's hiding in the tubes. I gotta get the hair algae out of here. Here's Mr. Paku.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Mr. Paku.
Here's Geralt. He'll come out. Here he comes.
I remember watching the videos of that Paku being small.
Yeah, he was like this big, right?
Yeah.
Come on out, Geralt.
Do you feed him some steroids or what? My gosh, that thing.
I don't know. We just feed him cashews.
Man.
Oh, Geralt is a cute little datnoid. He's hiding right there. I bet if I back up a little bit, he'll come out. He wants me to feed him some krill.
He just poked his head out the tube.
Mm-hmm. He's so adorable. Here he comes.
Yeah, I like that noise. They're pretty cool fish.
Those big eyes are absolutely adorable, and then they color up.
Yeah.
Look at him flipping all around. He wants me to give him a krill. I got starry nights in here. There he goes. Geralt's fast too. He said, "No, don't leave. Give me some krill."
I'm gonna get to attention. Well, we got 1 minute left. I want to thank Robert for being my co-host and ADHD Aquatics for being our guest today. Also, everyone in chat for showing up. The mods taking care of them robots that been showing up. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you coming. And everybody in chat that was here. And you lurkers too.
I appreciate you having me on. And I'm sure Max had a great time too.
Yeah.
And Skipper, I appreciate you letting me be your co-host for this long. But buddy, I appreciate it as always. And ADHD Aquatics, thank you so much. You have taught me a couple of things today that I didn't know, and I greatly appreciate that.
Well, I'm glad I could help you out.
All right, everybody. We will see you guys next week. And our guest will be Glitch Aquatics.
Ooh.
Everybody
I'm going to
have
have to set a reminder for that one.
Yeah, everybody have a good night and go on over to Susie Q. Goodbye, all.
Good night.